Okay, what's up people? I just got back from shops, getting some fruit in. Raining today. Supposed to rain for the next few days. Trying to get into the light. So what did I get? I got some, well, a reduced mango for £1, some mangosteens, which have nothing to do with looking like a mango, but I just these happened to fall into my pocket. Some reduced bananas for 10p. So I've got lots of them to stick in the blender. Or ones like, you know, I don't have them now actually. Ones like this, you know, although they've been frozen, and I don't know how much antifreeze these bananas have, but I'm gonna have the mango first actually. I'll show you what else I've got as well. Pineapple and these nectarines, which take ages to ripen. But of course, I don't buy them much because of the pesticides they put on that type of fruit. And I got about 12 melons upstairs. I say 12 as a guess. I've got different types as well. You know, the white ones, specialty fruit, and some others, I don't remember. So, what to talk about in this video? I do a bit of activism on the metros. I give out information, which is, oh, luckily I've got it here. So it has on the front some information, which I'll read out a bit of. Fruits and vegetables in their raw natural state fit into the receptors of our body. However, when we cook food, it does not apparently. Our body, in fact, sends white blood cells to act upon disease-producing substance. Just like when we fight off illness, within 30 minutes of eating cooked foods, white blood cells count. White blood cell count increases dramatically while the body works on digesting the food. This would put strain on our immune system, of course. Next paragraph. Depending on the amount of cooked processed foods consumed, huge percentages of energy get expended on digestion. It makes sense that the less energy the body spends on digesting food, the more energy you can have for activity or healing. Studies have shown that an increase of white blood cells does not happen when one consumes raw food. Raw. I mean that because it's cooked by the sun, sort of. But when it's on the tree, it has all the energy from the roots, you know, so the minerals and enzymes don't get damaged. And it has water going into it as well. Where was I? Scientists observed that raw food contains its own enzymes to digest living food without the aid of the human body's enzymes. However, when one cooks food, much of these living enzymes get damaged. Take for example a meal consisting of a salad, steak and baked potato. The salad will contain enough existing food enzymes to digest itself, but no enzymes exist in the cooked food to help digest steak or baked potato because they have been destroyed in the heating process. Wow, a lot to read. Now your body must take over and internally create the needed amount of digestive enzymes to handle the task of breaking down this food to be used properly by your body. Whereas fruit can easily get digested. Amino acids, simple protein form, basically. High water content, sugar, fructose and glucose, fibre rich, and plenty of vitamins/minerals. Makes fruit optimal food for humans. And might I say other animals too. And tender leafy greens. So, next page. I've got 4 pages of this, but less to read on this one. So that's about fruit. Healthcare exists, a scam by insurance companies forcing false theories of medicine on people. Seek natural hygiene, learn the true purpose of disease and its unity with health. Government has no business getting involved with people's health and taxing people free to make choices against their own health's responsibility upon others. And here we have germ theory versus terrain theory. You see that? Clean the tank versus vaccinate the fish. Louis Pasteur versus Antoine Béchamp and the germ theory of disease causation. And this page goes into a little bit more detail. So I'm going to have a mango first, and then I'll read the next 2 pages. So you can watch me eat it, or I can pause it. I guess I will keep it running, because then I can read at the same time. Presence of germs does not constitute presence of disease. Look how orange. Of course, I wouldn't buy these perfect type tree ripened ones if it hadn't been reduced, because that's just unrealistic for me. Oh, it's so sweet. It's like these. To be fair, it is worth £2, but I can't afford it. Like, some of these fruits are just worth hundreds of pounds. Each. And that just tells you that money isn't like a true value system. I mean, it's the one we use and it works. Bacteria appear as scavengers of nature. They reduce dead tissue to minimal elements. Germs or bacteria have no influence on live cells to our present-day understanding. Germs or microbes flourish as scavengers at the site of disease. They just live on unprocessed metabolic waste or diseased, malnourished, non-resistant tissue. They do not exist as causes of disease any more than flies and maggots cause garbage. Think about it. Flies, maggots and rats do not cause garbage but rather feed on it. We see firemen at burning buildings, but that doesn't mean they caused the fire. This exists foundations of allopathic Western medicine and microbiology in late 19th century Europe. Drugging versus natural hygiene. We do not catch diseases You see, we build them, and we eat, drink, think, and feel them into existence. We seem to work hard at developing our disease, but we work just as hard at restoring health. Okay, next page. No soap. Superstition-inspired measures of sterilization. Unnecessary. Antibiotics, which by the way means anti-life, taken from natural hygiene, which truly did mean that which does not build life. But now we use that to treat disease, to sort of suppress symptoms. Antihistamines, anesthetics, antiseptics, and stabilizers. These poisons resulting in toxicosis. Wonder about mental health of those running on cereals, milk, meat, sugar, caffeinated beverages. Be right back. Caffeinated beverages, snacks and processed food. It washes off its natural layer with soaps and detergents, smothers itself in creams, lotions and perfumes, and as said before, won't sweat. Some people's eating habits even get regulated by time, eating in rushes and at certain times, according to convenience rather than true hunger. By the way, did you know you can split a banana into 3, like precisely? It has these ridges, which anyway. Cleanliness remains important in treating wounds. Wash areas thoroughly with plain water. Wash and gently scrub to remove dirt and particles. Do not use soap or antiseptics. If wound not deep or bleeding profusely, leave open to fresh air and sunlight. If deep, cover it with porous bandages such as gauze held with tape, not using airtight bandages or band-aids. Let air circulate through bandages to wounds. Bleeding has a purpose to carry away foreign particles from wounded areas. In no case use anti-tetanus shots or other injections for so-called infection. Introducing poisons, drugs or bactericides. Bactericides? I don't know. In our bloodstreams cannot help a wounded body. Considerable harm gets done. Let me just rest my voice. I'm reading like full page. We're halfway through. And then in 15 minutes you will have learned whatever this has to offer. Antiseptics also get called antibiotics. They remain in no way antiseptic because this term means against poison. They exist actually antibiotics as life destruction occurs, destroying of bacteria wholesale. Likewise, antiseptics destroy living cells of skin, mouth and lungs. If odour can get detected from so-called antiseptics, these substances will harm. Direct irritants damage normal skin, irritating existing dermatitis. Irritants such as soap take days of exposure to cause visually recognizable changes. Soaps, deodorants, detergents, etc. contain harsh chemicals, poisonous and absorb through our skin. Bodies recognize these poisons and try to stop them from entering our system by initiating inflammatory responses to encapsulate these poisons. Irritants like acids and alkalis cause observable changes in minutes, causing direct damage to the skin, and inflammatory responses occur immediately. Medications, cosmetics, household cleaners, etc. each contain poisonous substances rejected and eliminated by our bodies. This elimination occurs through our skin via eczema, though eczema just another one of those Latin names, naming the symptoms instead of looking at cause, lifestyle or other. A wise thing to do, simply not use these chemicals. Cosmetics remain unneeded as the skin of healthy individuals has a beautiful colour which cannot find enhancement through cosmetics. Okay, and now we come to the end. So 4 pages of truth, 4 pages of information. Yeah, you might want to test it yourself. I've done the natural hygiene, the scaffolding of, the teachings I've applied to my life. Mainly eat fruit, get sleep. Those things we do anyway, but just doing them more and focusing on that rather than harmful habits, shall we say, like, I can't think what, because I don't do them anymore, but I guess not eating fruit, eating and using soap, the opposite of what I've just described in these. And we can also try and take the violence out of language. I've been learning NVC, as some people might know, and E prime, just little tools which you can apply to your life, to your conversations. But I think the main thing is by the way, why don't I end this video with opening a mangosteen? I think it would be appropriate for those who have stayed till the end. I have no idea how to open one of these, but let's see. So let's just try like something like this. Okay. So I'll just try and pick it out and eat it. Very juicy and delicious. Wouldn't mind living on an island with only these. So, thanks for watching again.